this video, I'm going to show you how to create a photography portfolio for under 10 bucks. Whether you're a new photographer or an experienced photographer coming over from a different industry, odds are you don't have access to a lot of props, but that's totally okay because simple pictures can be just as powerful as overly styled images. I personally tend to favor simple images that are more product focused because I think it makes for a more intimate, juicy shot. The only thing that you will need is a backdrop. Thankfully, there are so many stores like local craft stores, Walmart, and Amazon that sell scrapbooking paper that comes in a variety of colors, shapes, and patterns, from marble, brick, tile, and even plain colors. Once you find some pieces of paper or a book that works best for you, it's time to get into the studio, where we'll be showing you 3 different product photos, starting from simplest to more complex. For the sake of these photos, I'm going to use very minimal equipment as we move through these 3 images. The first image, I'm not even going to use any studio lighting. As you see here, we have a big window. We're going to use a backdrop and set our products on the backdrop and only use natural light to fill the scene. So the first step is to pick a backdrop. We're going to be using this reflective gold, and I'm going to place it as close to the window as possible. That way we can make sure it's getting the maximum amount of light. Then I'm going to pick 2 products, which will be these front 2 guys. Now all we're going to do is take these 2 boys and put them on the backdrop. And you can take the picture just like this. Or you can level this up just a bit and we can actually remove the lid to showcase the actual product. And now I'm just adding in the camera. So for this shot, you're going to need a table or a floor with access to a wall that you can use as a backdrop. Then we're going to be using colored paper as our floor and wall. Then you'll need sticky tack, masking tape, and of course, your products. We will also be using one light to backlight our subject here, but I'm going to take this modifier off for now to see what it looks like as a bare bulb. I'm choosing to use the Godox FB150 for this shot because this is the light that I recommend every beginner investing in as one of the first starter pieces of equipment that you purchase. I'm going to light it just like that. Now it's time to set up our backdrop. So for this, I'm taking my first one, setting it back against the wall like that. And the second one, I'm going to be adding some masking tape to the top. Just like that. And now we're going to take these guys and lean them against the back wall. When I'm styling multiple products, I like to look at the color palette. What color palette is going to be the most inviting and enticing? I feel like when this green one's on the end, it's actually a bit distracting. So I'm going to put the green in the very center and have the other 2 around it. So I'm going to start with a product that I know is going to be in the center, and I'm just going to set it against the back wall like that. And then take the next one, put it next to it, and then layer in the last one. So if your products happen to be round or a shape that wouldn't be held up on its own like that, then I recommend using some sticky tack. This is what I use to hold everything in place when it's fighting against me and not wanting to stay there. Luckily, since my products were rectangular, they have a nice lip and they're not rolling anywhere, so I didn't even need the sticky tack. What I will now add, however, is a whiteboard because I feel like since light's coming from the back side, this front side's a little dark, making for an uneven picture. So I want to bounce more light back into it so this edge product has some time to shine, you know? So all I do is pop this guy right here, just like that. So for this last shot, we're going to apply some of the concepts we just learned, except this time, we're going to take this guy, flip it backwards, and use the plain white side as our floor. So I almost have these lined up perfectly, but when I tried to make this guy stay right here so I can see the label, it rolls back over. So this is a job for sticky tack. Take just the littlest amount, put it on the back side of the product, and then get it into position. So I've now popped down the whiteboard and there's only one more piece left to add, and that is shadows. If you want to make the pictures more interesting and you don't have a lot of props, then you need to be able to use your lighting and shadows to your advantage. So you're going to go to the craft store, you're going to get a piece of poster board for $1, and you're going to cut out a small little triangle slit in it. Super simple, very easy. And now when you take this cutout and you hold it over your light, you now have a perfect shadow and highlight running through your scene. And all we're going to do is snap it. Now you're ready to turn your photos into an actual business and make some real income. So click the link down below and take our free mini course, and I'll show you exactly how to land clients and get brands to pay you what you're worth.